I didn't see you there at least. It's
I'm
the
blind.
second ever weekly review that we're ever doing from June 12th to June 18th. I'm so excited. This was honestly, I think this was a midweek, if I'm being completely honest with you. But there were some amazing moments in it, though.
Definitely some good stuff. And as always, we're gonna start off with Monday Night Raw.
OMG.
Let's start off with Rhea Ripley.
Rhea
As I
Ripley.
as I was saying, it started off with Rhea Ripley.
as yeah.
Yeah, she got a new belt.
What do you think about the belt?
The belt is nice. I feel like gold always looks good with the white strap, but it's like a little like bittersweet because I wish like so they presented her the belt, right, and she raised it up. I just wish someone interrupted her or something to get the ball rolling with the women's division to set up something at least, you know, instead of just have it feels like every Rhea moment is just a moment with Dominic and it's not with the women's
Yeah.
division.
It's like
So like I couldn't really even enjoy the new title because that's what was going on in my mind. Yeah, what'd you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same thing. This felt like it's cool to see Rhea's title. It was a copy and paste job again with the World Heavyweight Championship, but it looked better than the. It felt less of a copy and paste job than the undisputed SmackDown Women's Tag Team Championship. Um, but yeah, definitely it felt more of like a Dominic moment because honestly, this whole moment was pretty much just Dominic Mysterio and Cody Rhodes making their Money in the Bank match official too, which I didn't expect that to happen actually. This seemed like a Monday Night Raw match, but it could be pretty good on Money in the Bank though. Not gonna lie.
No, I'm really happy that that's happening at Money in the Bank because it's gonna allow Dominic to have finally a big match at Money in the Bank. It's gonna allow Cody to feud with the biggest heel in the business. So I think it's a good match to set up. I remember seeing on Twitter people like hating on it, being like he jumped ship to WWE just to wrestle Dominic. I'm like, bro, have you not seen the programs he's been in? He's wrestling Dominic Mysterio, the biggest heel in the business.
Yeah, literally he main evented WrestleMania. He main evented pay-per-views. He had 3 stellar matches with Seth Rollins and fought Brock Lesnar. He has 1 match with Dominic Mysterio, and Dominic isn't even that bad of a wrestler. Overhated, but deserves all the boos because he's such a good heel. I don't understand the Dominic hate. Like he's getting like Jinder Mahal hate, where he's a heel,
Yeah,
he's also a shitty heel.
we're gonna have to start the Dominic Pill TikTok account.
Probably exists. This is a pill for
Probably does.
everyone.
Exactly.
But how do you rate this though? This whole segment?
So the Rhea getting the championship, I'm gonna give it a 7, just because it's cool to have a new belt. It's way better than the old women's championship, in my opinion. And the reason it's just a 7 is because, like I said earlier, it could have been more if they involved like another woman in it and started something going with Rhea. Because I don't think she has a match on Money in the Bank yet. So yeah,
I don't think she's gonna
yes,
have a match at Money in the Bank. If I'm being honest,
yeah, that sucks.
not the way it's looking at now. Um, but for me, I'll also give it a 7. I think it's I, I thought it was pretty cool. I would rate it higher, but the championship belt again. I hate the copy and paste idea, but at least it wasn't as bad as the women's or the SmackDown women's title. And I think it's pretty cool to see Cody and Dominic. And how can you hate Dominic getting booed? I love seeing that shit, and I love Cody saying he doesn't have the balls to face him. Or I think he said that to Brock Lesnar actually. So
Yeah,
he said that to
um,
Brock Lesnar. So he's like, Brock Lesnar doesn't have the balls. Do you, Dominic? He's bullying Dominic.
I know, man.
Um, but actually, at the end of that, though, the Miz attacked Cody Rhodes at the end. And then
Yes.
that is the segue to our next match, which is Cody Rhodes versus The Miz. How'd you feel about this match?
Man, oh man, I love the Miz. I really love the Miz, especially the matches he's been putting on Monday Night Raw. If you watch one of our episodes, the halftime, the 2023 episode, I said my favorite match 2023 so far is The Miz versus Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw. And it's because he's putting on matches like this. This match was great. And The Miz is really showing out and proving why he's not just a good heel on the mic. He's also a good wrestler. And it shows leaps and bounds where he's come from.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I don't like this Miz as much as I liked peak 2016 to like 2018 Miz. I love the Miz who had the Miz Taraj telling the truth to Roman Reigns and John Cena in front of their face. Your shirt says hustle, loyalty, respect. Well, I've earned my respect for 12 damn years or something like that. And then, of course, the Talking Smack promo. You know, all these promos, he was so good. The Enzo Amore promo, which was just laying down the truth. I feel like now he's just a comedy jobber, and he's funny sometimes. I enjoyed the big ball gimmick, but you know, this match, I thought it was an okay, fair match. I didn't think it was great, but I didn't think it was like anything bad. It was just a good match to start off the show, and for that, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. I feel like.
I will give it a 7. I will give Miz his just due. I love that freaking was it turnbuckle code breaker that he does into the DDT. That's so good.
Yeah,
that's so good.
Love that. And Cody won this, by the way. Has Miz won a match ever within the past year?
Not sure at all.
He lost against the GOAT Snoop Dogg. But
that's true. I wonder what his losing streak's at. Because he's lost to Logan Paul. He's lost to pretty much everyone on Monday Night Raw. So
I want to see him go against Kurt Hawkins. Remember when he had his losing streak?
Yeah, I love it.
So then next we have, well, first off, we have Becky Lynch walking. And, you know, we're getting ready for a match against Chelsea Green. Of course, she stops and sees my favorite wrestler currently, Chad Gable, teaching Maxine Dupree the ropes, and we'll get to that later. But what'd you think about Becky Lynch versus Chelsea Green?
It was decent. I think she beat her by submission, and it was, you know, I think before the match, Zoe Stark confronted Becky Lynch. Nothing really special, I could say. Nothing super memorable. It was just a decent match. I think it's a good filler match for Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I agree. It's just a filler match, and honestly, the match itself, I probably wouldn't rate it too high. But there is something beforehand that happened, which I do want to discuss. It's the Zoe Stark promo she had, and I'll kind of, I guess, mix this review with the match itself since the match is so short. The promo, I like what they're doing with Zoe Stark. I feel like she's getting a nice big push, and she might be a good contender to win the Money in the Bank contract. I said Io Sky last week, and I still mean that, but Zoe Stark is my second favorite to win this match. And I never really followed Zoe Stark in NXT, but I really enjoy her on Raw. She's a really good heel. And hell of a finisher, like you said, that no one knows how to sell.
If you didn't watch Zoe Stark in NXT, go back and watch her interactions with Io Sky, formerly known as Io Shirai, when they go to a sushi restaurant together, and Zoe Stark can't eat any of the food. She like throws it all out.
A sushi restaurant?
Yeah, they try to make it seem like it's so foreign. Like, oh my god, how am I supposed to eat this?
It's too
like,
foreign.
Dude, it's sushi.
I could imagine her at like a Pizza Hut. She's like, this shit is too foreign.
Italians, I can't handle it.
Taco Bell. But anyways, what'd you think about the promo at least?
I think it was good on Zoe Stark's part. Really built her up as a serious contender in my mind. I don't think she's lost yet on the main roster. If I'm correct. No. Yeah. So I think she's doing. I think pairing her with Trish was super interesting. I never really saw that coming, but now that's happening, it seems pretty cool. It's kind of weird to think about Trish Stratus being back, like on a kind of a basis, you know?
Yeah. Where did she come from?
I guess like the whole Lita thing. She was like, "Oh, my best friend, who I attacked, and I took over."
Then where did Lita come from?
That's an even better question.
they just had weekly appearances out of nowhere, and we were just like, oh, okay,
Yeah, why not? Let it fly.
why not?
But like for the match and for the promo itself, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Like I said, nothing super special, nothing super memorable. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6. Um, the promo was cool, not something I'll remember forever, but it was just a nice, fair match. So 6 is what it deserves. And then after this, Becky Lynch won this match. By the way, I don't know if we mentioned that. I
Yeah.
keep thinking we're forgetting the winners. I don't.
No, I mentioned she beat her by submission. That
Yeah.
disarmer.
But then we go backstage. We see the Judgment Day walking. For some reason, Finn Balor seems a little, weirded out. He's not really talking. He's bothered. While the rest of the Judgment Day's talking about how much Dominic's going to beat Cody and how much Damian's going to beat Matt Riddle later in the night. We don't know what's wrong with Finn Balor yet. And we'll talk about that soon. But after this was the Matt Riddle Damian Priest qualifying match. What do you think about that qualifying Money in the Bank match?
It was pretty good. I can't complain. Damian Priest getting the spot, in my opinion, he won. Is he? I think he's kind of like the second favorite right now. Because I don't know if you've noticed, this Money in the Bank match has no really huge star in the match.
I like that.
I like it too. It kind of reminds me of like the very first Money in the Banks that happened at WrestleMania. So this is cool. This is good. Damian Priest beating Matt Riddle. This kind of makes me think that Matt Riddle Gunther might happen at Money in the Bank. So good match. We had the Gunther and Imperium interruptions. I think they came down after the match and beat down on Riddle, and which was pretty good. I love a good beat down every now and then. So
I bet you do. But
all right.
yeah. About the Money in the Bank. So this upcoming Monday, Logan Paul's coming to Monday Night Raw, and I'm scared that he's gonna be inserting himself in the Money in the Bank. Because if he does, I think he's gonna win it, and I don't know if I'm gonna like that, man.
I haven't seen him in any special match yet, right? It's all been normal matches. So when you involve ladders and like
He
5 other
wasn't a Royal
people,
Rumble.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But like this has foreign objects. This has um a bunch of other people in the match trying to climb those ladders. And also, why do we still call them foreign objects? There's nothing foreign about them, you know?
Yeah.
The
I
ladders
mean,
made
the
in America, baby.
kendo sticks, man, they're pretty foreign.
Yeah, but them steel
I think
chairs.
Shinsuke's in the match. I think he's
Okay, he's a foreign object.
Butch. He's kind of a foreign object. They should have like a foreign object stipulation and just have a bunch of like foreign wrestlers wrestle each other out.
I'm pretty sure that's
Vince
like
would so do that.
That's
But
like what the
anyways,
Intercontinental's championship's supposed to be.
who's holding it right now? Oh yeah, the
Gunther.
Austrian.
Yeah.
But anyways, Riddle and Priest, I think it was a pretty fun match. Probably my second favorite match of the night. Good decision. And nice little beatdown. I liked it when Damian Priest went up to Gunther, and seemed like a little tension, a little teaser of what could be Damian Priest versus Gunther for the IC title. But Priest was just like, pick the bones. They just beat the hell out of Riddle, and that was great. So I'm gonna rate this. I'm gonna rate it 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this. Pretty good.
You know, I'm right there with you with an 8. It was a very cool match.
Yeah. What else do we have?
We had the Indus Share interview.
We have a what?
The Indus Share interview.
Did we? Oh no.
And he did. And they offered Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin an opportunity for a real match to get obliterated. So I guess they want to run it back with the Hurt Business.
I actually didn't see the Indus Share segment. I'm kind of not
the
sad
best thing
I
on
did.
Raw. The best thing on Raw right now.
Oh, well, actually, I think before that there was another segment with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser, where Ludwig. Oh, did you rate the Indus Share segment?
I'm not going to.
Okay, because I was about to be like, because I didn't see it. But I did rate the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn Imperium little thing where Kevin's like, "Where's Baldy?" And then Adam Pearce shows up, and then Owens is like, there he is. I thought this was a funny segment. I really loved Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Because usually we talk about the fact that the underdog champion, like your Rey Mysterios, your Kofi Kingstons, your Daniel Bryans, usually have underwhelming reigns. And yeah, those are world title reigns, but still, the undisputed tag team championships are pretty big titles at this moment. And Owens and Zayn have not disappointed. They're fun, they're funny, they're amazing in the ring. And it's probably some of the best work in Sami Zayn's career, and up there at Kevin Owens as well. So this was a fun segment, and I think this is where they up the ante for their match later in the night to become an undisputed tag team championship match. What did you think about this segment?
It was funny. I liked it. That's really all I can say about it. Is like, I love when Sammy and Kevin have a promo or a segment because it's always entertaining, right?
Yeah.
So, especially with Imperium, it kind of feels weird though that they're split between Raw and SmackDown. That they have like, it kind of feels like they have threats from all sides. I guess that's kind of good. I do for some reason find what they're doing on SmackDown to be a little bit more entertaining at the moment. Because they have so many tag teams on SmackDown that are viable for contention.
Yes, boy.
Exactly. So the segment's really good. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. The Raw tag team scene's kind of ass. I can't think of many Raw tag teams actually. There's
They have tag teams. They're just not using. You have Alpha Academy, you have Viking Raiders, you have Cedric and Indus Cedric and Shelton. Maximum Male Models are there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Imperium. So
I guess it's kind of cool what they're doing with Imperium, but I think the feud's ending off here. I think because I think they're going to focus on the tag team that we're going to talk about Friday once we reach there. But anyways, after this we had Ricochet versus Bronson Reed, where I think Bronson Reed actually won because of some interference by Shinsuke Nakamura. What'd you think about that?
I don't know what they're doing with these three. Like they're just kind of looped together, and now some frictions happening between Ricochet and Shinsuke because of disqualification. I don't know what's going on. So, like, it's literally just it feels like three random wrestlers paired together.
I think that the match itself was actually pretty cool. I guess. I mean, it's always cool to see Bronson's agility, and it's one of these things. Since it's a Monday Night Raw, who cares if it's a DQ? Who cares if it's a count out? You know, I hated when they did that shit with pay-per-views because it's just a waste of money and a waste of time, especially main events. But anyways, that's a whole nother rant for another time. But I thought the match was cool. I don't know what they're doing with Shinsuke, Ricochet, and Bronson. I feel like Bronson might interfere in the Money in the Bank ladder match, maybe. Or maybe a little Ricochet or Shinsuke heel turn, maybe. That'll be interesting. Heel Ricochet doesn't sound good, but they had a backstage segment after with Ricochet saying, "Hey, what the hell was that, Shinsuke?" And that was probably Ricochet's best promo ever. Because I feel like he was actually pissed at Shinsuke. Watch Shinsuke actually go off script and to do that on purpose.
Yeah, I recently saw
man talking to you, Shinsuke, not Ricochet.
God. Not Trevor. That was Prince Puma. I recently saw an article saying like Ricochet was really disappointed with this character. I'm like, dude, what character? What are you talking about?
There was a character? I thought you just did flips.
I know. So I was like, okay, Ricochet. But what would you rate this match plus segment?
I didn't hate it. I'm actually gonna give it an 8. I thought it was fair. Because especially if you're mixing it with the segment, because I thought the segment was pretty. I saw a YouTube comment and I kind of agree with it. Shinsuke's bringing the character out of Ricochet. There's actually a little character into him now, and I thought the match itself wasn't that bad. What about you?
I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Just thought it was decent. The match itself like decent, right? The promo, yeah, it's like okay. Like I don't care for Ricochet like that. So 6.5 for me.
Ricochet, you're the highlight reel and probably one of the best athletes. I think the best athlete in professional wrestling. I just don't think he's one of the best wrestlers, though. If you know what I'm saying, he's a really good athlete.
Yeah, that's
Um,
a great point.
but next we had a Sami Zayn Kevin Owens backstage segment. Zayn asking why Kevin Owens keeps getting mad. I didn't really see that. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. No.
Yeah. So forget about that. But then we have a little promo, which I think we can talk about a lot because I think there could be some debate here. The Finn Balor Seth Rollins promo, amazing promo from Finn Balor, but some people can say that the crowd ruined this. And do you agree with that?
I do not. I think it's a wrestler's responsibility to rein in the crowd during their promos, and I think Finn had an idea of what his promo was going to be, and instead of stopping maybe to address the crowd, or maybe slowing down the promo a little bit, or maybe going a little heel on the crowd, he just kind of stuck to what the script was in his mind and just kind of pushed through the stuff. When he could have just been like, he could have hit the ropes and been like, "Yo, shut up, I'm talking," something like that. Because that is the wrestler's responsibility. You can't blame the crowd for not listening to you. You have to make them listen to you. So, people saying like, "Oh, how dare the fans chant during Finn Balor's most important promo ever?" I say, "How dare Finn Balor not pull in the crowd during his most important promo ever?" So, yeah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah. I can definitely see both sides because I partially agree with you. I also partially agree with people who say this can be ruined because I will say though, the promo itself was amazing and it could have been better if the crowd wasn't interrupting it. Because I know that Balor had a good script in mind. Or maybe he was going, maybe there was no script. He just had truth to lay on Seth. Um, but this is like if imagine the CM Punk pipe bomb promo, but then you just hear just boos or like just constant chants, you know. I don't know, just a Cena
But
sucks or a CM Punk while interrupting him loud as hell throughout the whole thing. So it's
but
kind of like that.
that was
Um,
happening during the pipe bomb, and CM Punk would address it when they were chanting CM Punk. He's like, don't cheer CM Punk because you guys are the same ones buying those promo magazines. So like, I feel like it is the responsibility. The wrestler
I
can can do more.
because I feel like Finn Balor was trying to, but at the same time, it wasn't working too much because he was like, "This isn't funny. This is a serious." Because I think he was actually getting pissed about the crowd. He was like, "This is serious," and I feel like I don't know. Finn Balor's voice doesn't sound too serious sometimes, so I I
Not the
don't
most
know.
intimidating guy.
He's not the most intimidating guy. He could probably kick our ass, but besides that,
Definitely, but great
um,
promo though.
it was a great promo. I feel like I would actually rate it higher if the crowd wasn't constantly disrupting it because I feel like he didn't the impact of the promo didn't hit as well, and it felt like Seth was the victor in the promo at the end throughout the whole thing because the crowd was chanting for Seth. Seth was like, "How about you quit acting like a little bitch?" at the end of it, and he did look like a little bitch.
Exactly the way Finn looked at the end of it, I felt bad for him.
Yeah, like, and honestly, but this officially set up the match for Finn Balor versus Seth at Money in the Bank. I think this is going to be a really good match. There's a part of me that thinks Finn might actually win this. I I feel like it's actually really possible for Finn to win this. But yeah, I rate this. I'm gonna rate this, and I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I
I'm
think.
right there with you, 8 out of 10.
Again, I would definitely rank this higher. If maybe the crowd wasn't, I guess, not necessarily ruining it, but not making it as impactful as the promo was. But anyways, after that we had Raquel Rodriguez versus Shayna Baszler. What'd you think about this match?
It was good, decent. I love Raquel. I think she's one of the best things in the women division, but we haven't seen her on TV because she's wrapped up in the Shayna Raquel business. I think this is setting up the gonna set up the Liv Morgan return. That's why she keeps like feuding with them. But I love what Shayna's doing right now. I'm so glad they're making Shayna feel like a beast again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she feels dominant. She feels and having Ronda on her side, I think has been actually a good thing for her because it's bringing eyeballs to her. It's making her important again. As long as we don't see Ronda in the ring, I'm pretty happy. So,
Remember
yeah,
Ronda
but
used to be good?
yeah, actually, I think Ronda was doing some good heel work on the outside, and then she helped Shayna get the roll up pin by keeping her boots on Raquel.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was decent. So I give it like a 6.5.
Really. I thought the match was as a fly, mosquito. Okay. Um, I thought the match was Um, I there's nothing special about it. I didn't think it was like, yeah, it's just something I don't remember too much. I watched this on YouTube, by the way. I didn't get to watch the show live until like near the end. But apparently there were technical difficulties while this part of the show happened. So I remember seeing it on Twitter, like, what's going on? What the hell? But whatever. I'm giving it a 4. I didn't really, because I do agree Shayna being dominant is pretty cool. But I feel like this was just a short 2-minute match. Nothing really special about it. Um,
I love Raquel's moveset though, man. She's so special in the ring to me. I would love to see her and Rhea chop it up for that title because
Definitely.
both of
Like,
their backs combined is like the mass of the women's roster. So
it's like the size of me, man.
I need to
Um,
see it.
I'm I'm looking at this freaking Money in the Bank Monday WrestlingHeadlines.com. Her name's Raquel Rodriguez, not Raquel Gonzalez. That was 2 years ago. Get with the time.
Get it right.
Yeah. Anyways, next we had oh my god, we gotta do it again. We gotta do it again. It's a tribute video for Iron Sheik. Rest in peace, Jabroni. Man. But anyways, then we had Chad Gable versus Eric. Sheesh! I hope
Thank
that
you.
ear raped everyone. I love Chad Gable. I don't care if his matches are okay on Monday Night Raw. I
I
don't
think
care if
matches are
this was a
good on
mid
Monday
ass
Night Raw,
match.
except this one.
You didn't like this match, or you thought it
I
was a
didn't
good
like
match?
that finish. I didn't like that it finished with the sunset flip. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are the
Uh,
Viking Raiders at this point? You know.
I don't know. They look badass and scary, but they're probably like the biggest jobbers ever. They're the biggest jabronis, dude. But we saw Maxine Dupree doing the takedown that Chad Gable freaking taught her. I swear to God, this is not even a joke, guys. I am a big Gable Pill fan. I am.
I just say I'm a big gay boy.
I'm a. I'm. Oh my God, that should be Gable's fan base. The Gay Boys. The Gay Boys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
um.
The arm drag was pretty clean. I've never seen
Yeah.
a singlet look good, so that's cool.
Maxine's doing such a. Okay, I know I'm biased, but I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. Match is a bit but God, man, it's
Yeah,
Gable and Maxine Dupree.
I'm pretty much there with you. I'm at a 5.
Um, then after that, we got Finn Balor talking backstage. I'm not gonna rate this, but I guess we'll talk about it. Finn Balor going backstage with JD McDonough. I forgot he was here. And then Damian Priest came up and was like, "Hey, so that's why you were acting weird earlier, because you were having problems with Seth." And then Balor was like, "Listen, man, if you win the Money in the Bank contract, you're not gonna cash in on me if I win the title, right?" And then Priest was like, "Nah, man, nah." Tensions.
And he also said that Finn, you better do your job and win that World Heavyweight Championship. This is steamy. This is incredibly great. This is amazing.
I like this. I really enjoy this. I yeah. I'm not gonna rate this, I guess. Or do you want to rate it? I don't know.
Why not? We talked about it. So
Yeah,
9.
a 9. Oh damn. I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it's really good. But yeah. Um. So let's see, and then we had the main event. What was the main event, you ask? It was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. versus the Ring General. That was a good like Ludwig Kaiser impression, right? Versus Imperium for the undisputed tag team championships. How was this match?
Freaking great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this match was amazing. That Riddle came out near the end of it. I'm sad that my boy Giovanni Vinci is out, but Gunther, the idea of two belt Gunther was pretty dope for about 20 minutes. So it was pretty cool. The match itself pretty good. I'm so happy the match ended with the Blue Thunder Bomb, because one of my biggest kind of like icks about wrestling is when you get the false finish moves like the Falcon Arrow or the Blue Thunder Bomb and it doesn't finish the match. So it's like, why even go for the pin? I hate it. But finally, it finished the match, and it makes me so happy. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
I
a
knew you
great
were
thing.
gonna say something about that actually.
Yeah, dude. You know who I am.
I know you, man. But anywho, yeah, this was that was a kiss to not only you, Hottie, but the rest of the restless sluts out there. But
Why
anyways,
you keep
this was
calling
probably
them?
This was match of the night. You can never go wrong with the Gunther match. You can never go wrong with the Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn match. And sometimes you can go wrong with the Kaiser match. But it was cool to see Matt Riddle get this distract Gunther and Ludwig. And yeah, this was a really fun match. A lot of false finishes and fast-paced action. 8.5 out of 10. What do you say?
I give it a 9. Very much liked it, and I extra 0.5 for that Blue Thunder Bomb.
Now, how would you rate this whole show?
Ooh, so it had really high highs and I would say pretty low lows.
It
So for
wasn't as
that
good as
reason,
last week's episode, I think.
I don't know. Last week we gave it like a 7, right? I think we both agreed on a 7 for Raw, and I
Yeah.
think I'd give this one also 7 to be honest. So that's where
I'm
I'm
gonna give
sitting.
I'm gonna give this a 6.5. I thought it was like, well, almost same level as last week, I guess, but not as good. Not that this was a bad episode at all. It had its highs, like you said, but also had its lows. But yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. That was great. That was fun. Now this match I did get to see live, or this show. It's the next day. It's NXT 6/13 2023.
Wow.
OMG. And that all rhymed.
Rhyming accidentally.
Yes.
Let's go.
And we start off the show with the banger.
Yeah.
Schism, Sachism versus Mustafa Ali. Tyler,
Yeah.
the Master, Tyler Master, Bate, and Wesley. That was a dumb joke. That wasn't funny.
It's okay, man. You're editing this. You can cut it out if you want. It's
Yeah,
up to you.
I'm not gonna cut it out.
Yeah.
But this is a 6-man tag. How'd you feel about this match?
I loved it, man. I think Mustafa Ali, he thrives in NXT. I would love to maybe just keep him here for a while, because Wesley, Tyler Bate, and Mustafa Ali are very special category of wrestler that I really enjoy, especially Tyler Bate, one of my favorites down in NXT. And Schism, you know, it's basically is Schism the one with the grizzled young vets in them?
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
smiling
one who
face.
keep asking for their release. They keep asking for their release.
Are
Yeah.
they asking for their release?
Yeah, I don't think they like being in Schism, but honestly, like, this is the best thing that's ever gonna happen in their careers, probably. So they should enjoy it. The match was amazing. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I enjoy it.
Yeah, same. This was very love the fast-paced action. I love Wesley, love Tyler Bate, love Ali. Um it was really fun. Love the super kicks, gotta love the flips. But yeah, Wesley, Tyler Bate, Mustafa Ali win at the end. And yeah, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 as well. It was pretty good. And then afterwards, you had a cool little Thea Hale. I'm talking about last week's Battle Royal, which I didn't really get to watch, with Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey. Andrew Chase, Andrew Yu. That was cool, but whatever. I'm not gonna rate that.
It was good. It was entertaining. I love
No,
the Charlie Dempsey Drew Gulak combination. Charlie Dempsey, I think
yeah.
Williams Regal's son.
Hmm.
So chopping things up down at NXT. And I believe it was not Andrew Chase, but the other one. What's his name? The big
Um,
dude.
Duke
Yeah,
Hudson, right?
Duke Hudson. I think he was on the phone with Andrew Chase. He's like, well, we need you back. I can't handle Chase U by myself. So we'll be seeing the return of Andrew Chase pretty soon, which is cool. So it's decent. Give it like a 6.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 6 as well. Next we have our boy Goldberg came back. Wait, oh no, that's not Goldberg. That's Braun Breaker. Whoa, what? Talking about how much he beat up Dragunov and how he wants to challenge Seth
Say his first
freaking
name.
Rollins. Wait,
His
what?
first name. Say his first name.
Ilya.
Yeah. Oh my god, you gotta pick
yeah.
I was struggling with it so much last time.
I watch wrestling, but yeah. So Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins. We don't know where Seth is. I don't think he's gonna accept. But wait, there's more. He does accept. What? He was on the Titantron. How was this?
This was good. The Seth Braun was good. The Ilya Braun was okay. I think it made Ilya look kind of, I don't know, he was just being held back by security the whole time and he couldn't make it past them. And Braun was just like laughing in the ring. So it's like, all right.
he was given the Finn Balor treatment of getting bitched.
Basically. Although I will say the Braun, I love heel Braun Breaker. And I didn't know how good it would be because I thought he was actually a pretty great face. But this is nice. He looks like Vin Diesel half the time with his black tank top and the Jesus piece. But
Family.
Exactly. We gotta get Rick Steiner out there. Yeah, this is solid, man. This is like a 7. I'm excited for the actual Seth Rollins Braun Breaker match.
Yeah, that match is supposed to be happening next NXT, I think, and it's gonna be I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was pretty nice. I don't know. I know it's a part of the show, but they probably pre-recorded this, and it felt so pre-recorded, Seth's part, which kind of took me out of it. I'm like, I bet you this shit's pre-recorded. Like, this shit seems so fucking pre-recorded. And that's just like nitpicky criticism. But I'm actually excited for this match as well. And I bet you it's gonna be a banger. But after this, we had Dana Brooke. I didn't know she was on NXT. What a shock.
She was in the Battle Royal last week.
Yeah, she's she had the best promo of her life backstage. And
I hate her voice, man. She has a like Midwest accent that like I don't like, that Minnesotan accent. I don't want to hear anything come out of her mouth.
To her, we probably sound like, "Hey, what's up, partner? Yeah, hey, what's up?" But then after this, we had Wes Lee, Tyler Bate, Mustafa Ali, and this is an interesting backstage segment because Wes Lee and Tyler Bate was convinced by Mustafa to have an NXT North American title match. I don't know if it was next week or some other time.
I think it is next week, and I think it's with Mustafa Ali, a special guest referee.
That's gonna lead to very interesting stuff, maybe heel stuff. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, do you want to rate that or no?
The Dana Brooke Cora Jade backstage segment or the Mustafa Ali Tyler Bate Wesley segment?
I'm thinking about doing the Dana Brooks segment with the next match that's coming up, but
cool.
but the Wesley one, because I didn't rate that one, so I don't know.
Yeah, so this segment I'm gonna give it like a 7 because it gets me at least hyped for the idea of the next match.
Yeah,
I like that Ali is gonna be special guest referee and that he has next on whoever wins that match. Tyler Bate is so incredibly special as a wrestler to me, and he wears such short shorts, bro. Like, there's gonna be nothing wrong with just extending it by an inch. You don't have to roll them all the way up. But I guess that's why I watch it. So
He needs the Rikishi shorts, man.
The thong.
I agree
The
though. 7
thong
out of
wearing
10.
fatty.
I bet you Tyler Bate and Wesley is going to be great. Wesley has amazing NXT North American title run. Love it. But
Yes.
so this is the match I was talking about where I'm probably going to mix it with the Dana Brooke segment because it's relevant. Because during Dana Brooke's segment, we got a Cora Jade interruption, and this is a Cora Jade match versus Thea Hale. I thought this match was mid. I thought it was boring. I really didn't enjoy it. I mean, it's whatever. It's on NXT television. How am I supposed to complain? I'm watching it for free. A Dana Brooke interference, which kind of made Cora Jade lose the match and have Thea Hale win. How do you rate this? What do you think about this? All that.
I liked it. Mainly because I think Cord Jade's like, in my opinion, the best thing going on in women's wrestling and down in NXT.
She's good. Yeah.
Ultimately, she would lose, which sucks. But she lost by submission in like 4 minutes, which is like eh. But I like that setting up the feud with Dana Brooke. Obviously, backstage, I had the segment where Cora Jade slapped Dana Brooke, and it looked like a legit slap. That was nice.
Something happened backstage.
Yeah. Cora Jade, um, she got, I think, hit with like pushed into the steel steps by Dana Brooke, which like led her getting tossed in the ring and then submitted by Thea Hill, which is good for Thea. It's setting up the match with Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, but like you said, pretty like mid, 4 minute match. So I'm gonna give it like a 5.5.
I'm give it a 4.5. And again, I'll also mix in with the promo. So yeah, 4.5, I guess. Some of the best work ever done the mic by Dana Brooke. But Dana, if you want to join our podcast, we would love that. We don't hate your voice. We were just pranking you. What? Next, what? We got an NXT Heritage Cup match with Noam Dar. Oh, wait, he's not wrestling this one. Oro Mensah is taking his spot versus
Yeah,
Nathan Fraser. What do you think about this?
this is freaking awesome. This is like one of the best things that happened this week, because literally just ignore this match was really good, right? Back and forth, back and forth. But the freaking end of the match, that that um that Phoenix splash that Nathan Fraser does is like the cleanest thing I've ever seen. Unfortunately, it got ducked and got turned into like a German suplex or something. But this match was freaking dope. It's cool to see Oro Mensah on NXT more because I usually just watch him on Level Up. But finally, he's getting. How does it feel to be like below the roster of the below roster? You know?
I know.
Yeah. So a
Only
good
thing
match, great
worse
match.
than that is like Performance Center.
Yeah, I don't know why Lash Legend is with Noam Dar though. I'm like confused why they got this like random pairing going on. And they
They just
have
got Jakara Jackson too.
yeah, and they have those two girls with Frazier. Oh no. Yeah, good match though.
I think
I'll
Dragon
give it.
Lee's with Frazier too, right? Was it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a whole grouping of people. I'm gonna
It's
give it
like
like a seven
AEW,
and a
bro.
half. Yeah, it's weird. But the match itself 7.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 too. I thought it was very clean, like you said. Very fun match. I always enjoy cruiserweight action, dude. And you know, I know that not all wrestling is about flips, but sometimes flips are the shits, man. Put that on a shirt. And Nathan Fraser and Oro Mensah did one hell of a job. 7.5 out of 10.
That's a new
Um,
Ricochet shirt right there. Flips are the shit.
Flips are the shits. That's a Will Ospreay shirt right there. But anyways, yeah, 7.5 out of 10. And new NXT Heritage Cup champion, Nathan Fraser. We can't forget about that. I think Noam
Cannot.
Dar had it for so long as didn't he?
Yeah, dude. I'm it's interesting. If you go on the WWE website under superstars, the Heritage Cup is considered a championship down in NXT.
Yeah. Where's
Yeah.
the belt at, huh?
It's a cup. Just gotta hold it. Got
Exactly.
drink
There's
out of
no
it.
belt. That's not a championship.
It's a
Where's
championship.
Braun Strowman's greatest Royal Rumble Saudi Arabian championship? Say what you want about that title. That title looked clean, actually. I enjoyed that title.
Yeah, it looked interesting. But hey, if you like flips, and cruiserweight action, you'll probably like the next match. Because what's more cruiserweight than the Dabocado or Dabocado?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you though. This match was actually kind of sick.
This match was dope, man.
This match
I
was
love that.
actually dope.
I love Axiom, and I like that Scripps is with him for Reggie, my boy Reggie.
Reggie, my boy Reggie.
Yeah. Reggie has been unmasked, and he's thanked Axiom for unmasking him. But dude, this is like that one move in the ring where you do the cartwheel, wheelbarrow, flip over the
That
rope.
was sick, dude.
Dude,
I thought this
dude.
match was gonna be lame as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Yeah.
like, this is gonna be a squash match, whatever. Whatever. This match was actually a squash match on Dabocado, but it was still so fun to watch. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, fun.
Fun. That's
Great.
That's great. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. What do you think?
I'm also gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
You're in
nothing too hurtful, nothing too bad, but I will say something happened at the end, which I guess I might actually take it to a 7.5 out of 10 because of this. Los Lotharios returns and beat up Axiom and Scripps.
Dude, you know how much I love Los Lotharios.
Remember when we were like last episode, where's Angel and Humberto at?
Dude, legit. We just asked that last episode. Oh my god. Yeah. These are the most, in my opinion, the most underrated tag team in not just WWE but in the wrestling business. And dude, they came looking great. Humberto's like in the best shape of his life. Angel Garza has always been like uber charismatic, but it seems like some of it's rubbing off on Humberto, or they're rubbing each other off, something like that.
Still haven't earned their last names back though.
Yeah, just Humberto and Angel. Dude, I want them to get this NXT tag team gold, because when Gallus has it, I do not care.
Yeah. Los Lotharios though, I really found it cool. That's why I got to give it a 7.5 out of 10, I guess. Up it up, take it up an ante. But yeah, really cool to see him back, and we'll probably discuss them later on in the show, because they do appear again. Hey, Hardy, I got a question. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, it's Channing Stacks Lorenzo. He's trying to find out who put Tony D'Angelo in jail. Who's the rat?
Best thing in all of wrestling, dare I say. Oh my god. Yeah, I love, like, last week they're like, oh, I'm gonna contact Kim Kardashian, They're so funny. They're so good.
I loved how he just had like people on the board like, hey, Tommaso Ciampa, he's where has he been this whole time? Hey, Butch, who's this? And then a couple other guys do.
Yeah, this is the best thing about NXT, man. Now, but who do you think is the rat?
Dare I say, is it Channing Stacks Lorenzo?
It's gonna hurt me so much when it is
What if
him.
it's Channing Stacks Lorenzo?
I think it's him as well, and I think it's gonna hurt me so much, man, because he's the underboss. Like, he earned his way into the family when they had that feud with Legado back in the old days. Man, Tony D'Angelo's the best thing to come out of NXT 2.0, dare I say. Him and Braun Breaker.
Yeah. HBK, man. He's doing one good job, by the way. Love him as a booker. Not as good as Triple H, dare I say, but still pretty good. But yeah, how do you rate this Channing Stacks Lorenzo?
9.5.
Damn, a 9.5. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I think it's really good. But damn.
I am so hyped. Who is the rat? I don't know. Is it Pete Butch? Is it Ciampa? Is it Gallus?
It might be Pete Butch, actually. Now.
Is it the old Legado boys? Who knows? But it might be Stacks. And what if Kim Kardashian gets involved? Who knows? So for that reason, 9.5. I'm so looking forward to my boy D'Angelo getting out of jail.
Next, we have tag team partner versus tag team partner. Malik Blade versus Edris Enofe. I think that's his name, right?
Yeah, Enofe.
Yeah. What do you think about that match?
Decent. Nothing special. But what was special is what would happen after the match.
Yeah, let's talk about that too.
Yeah, so Booker T announced, shucky ducky quack quack, that there will be a triple threat next week.
Yeah.
There'll be a triple threat tag match next week, and the winners would face Gallus, and that would basically ensue a fight between all the competitors in the rings, including Jensen and Briggs, who I think are the favorite right now to face Gallus. But who would be up on that little platform above the ring? Los Lotharios. Man, and they cut a amazing promo while everyone was just fighting in the ring.
Yeah.
So
No one's
yeah,
paying attention to them, man.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. So the match was pretty cheeks, but everything after that pretty good. So I'm gonna meet him with the 6.
I thought Blay and No Fade, the match was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. But definitely the end made it way better. The Booker T announcing the #1 contendership. What gave Booker T the right to just make matches now? he's not the boss. What the hell? He got it from he actually got it from the anonymous Raw general manager.
Wrestless is now pretty close with Booker T. We're like best friends. Me, Jake, and Booker, we're like really close and whatever. So maybe we should tell the people we actually scheduled this match. We made it happen. Not Booker T. We told Booker T, like, Booker, just I texted him right before the show. I was like, yo, me and Jake think we should do a triple threat next week. Shucky ducky quack quack. And he said, all right.
Quack quack motherfucker. We tried going to HEB or Walmart with him, but he just wouldn't budge ever since some experience in like 2001 or something. I don't know what's up with him. But
yeah.
But anyways, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I'm excited for this triple threat NXT tag team #1 contendership match. I think it's gonna be sick. Next we have, speaking of Booker T, speaking of ROH, not ROH, ROW. You did that same.
I made that mistake. I made that mistake with Rudy Garza. He trying to kill me.
I bet you were so embarrassed. You're like, oh my god.
It was like the first 2 seconds of the interview. He trying to kill me.
We're not friends anymore. Yeah, Roxanne Perez versus Tatum Paxley. I feel like it was a fair match. I think it was not bad. But Roxanne did one. Roxanne hit a pop rocks, got the pin to win the thing, and then did a nice little post-match promo against Blair Davenport. What did you think about this whole thing?
The match itself was like good. It was okay. I really like Roxanne Perez, and I thought her gear was really cool this time around for some reason. Remind me like of a bumblebee. She had that interesting. I think she could beef with Blair Davenport now. The promo was okay. She seemed very serious, which is interesting. I never saw like Roxanne Perez as a serious person. And then Blair Davenport had that backstage segment where she like kind of told everyone why she attacked everyone. Nikita Lyons and Wendy Chu and Sol Ruka, which are all great competitors, by the way. Can't wait for them to be back. But I think it's okay. I think it's just like decent. What would you think?
I'm probably gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I think it's pretty.
I agree.
Pretty fair. And then the main event, the #1 contender match that we've all been waiting for, Baron Corbin versus Ilya Dragunov.
There you go.
For the NXT Championship. Who won? Yeah. Who is going to face Carmelo Hayes next week, aka like 2 days from now, as of recording? Who was it? How was the match? What do you think?
Corbin.
Oh my god.
My boy BC, the chef, has taken over. He beat Ilya. Dude. Yeah, this is a pretty good match actually. But like Dragunov was going off on this boy. He ripped off Corbin's shirt, started chopping the hell out of him. Gotta love them chest chops. Yeah, this was pretty good, man. This was pretty good. I think they had a Braun Breaker interference in there too, Trick Williams interference. So a lot of players going on. There's a lot of backing storylines going on here. I liked it. Yeah. What do you? Yeah.
Braun Breaker came in. Gave Baron the chance to do the end of days. To Ilya to win, and Carmelo Hayes attacked my boy Baron Corbin afterwards. What a heel tactic! What did Baron ever do? What did Baron ever do?
He just
You think
cooks amazing steaks.
Not according to everyone else in TikTok.
Why is
Everyone's
everyone
like,
hating on him?
I want a Baron Corbin steak, you know? I bet you that's what he's gonna do when he like retires,
Yeah,
and no one's gonna
steakhouse.
show up.
It'll just be us sitting there like, oh, Barry Corbin, will you come on the Wrestless podcast?
Tyler Breeze in the corner for some reason. But yeah, I want to see Gordon Ramsay react to like one of those Baron Corbin steak videos.
I think he has.
Really?
Possibly, if I remember correctly.
Epic crossover. That's what like stopped him from getting that push in 2019. Vince had one of his steaks at like a barbecue. And he said this shit. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed this, and I can't wait for Corbin versus Hayes and possibly Dragunov versus Breaker sometime soon.
Yes, I agree. You give it an 8, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll also give it an 8, man. I don't want to be lazy and just give it the same score, but that's how I truly feel. 8. What would you give the show though?
The show, I'm gonna give it a 7. I feel like it was a pretty good show. And yeah, I found it a pretty fair show. 7 out of 10. Not bad.
Yes, I would give it a 7.5. And I really think the match of the night was the Nathan Frazier Oro Mensa. That was really good.
Really, I think my favorite match is probably the opening match. I really enjoyed that.
Also, Stacks. It's my boy Stacks.
9.5, man. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's time to go on TBS. You know, I've actually never really watched AEW Dynamite live too much. So whenever I found out it was on TBS, I was so confused. I was on TNT and I was like, where's the wrestling at? It's on TBS. But anyways, it started off with MJF versus Adam Cole in a AEW World Championship eliminator match, which I think was the stipulation if Cole beat MJF, he got an opportunity for the title. Yeah. What do you think about it?
I hate title eliminator matches. Why should you beat the champion to face the champion? Right? Like, but I will say they actually did the best thing possible and made it a time limit draw. Because the ending was the almost perfect thing I saw in wrestling. The timing was impeccable. You know, he hit the sunset Panama flip, and then to the knee to the back of the head, and 1, 2, and time's up. That was perfect, beautifully done, beautifully done. And honestly, this might be match of the week for me. This was really, really good, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought again, really great match, ending in a no contest. Panama, and again, you're right. The Panama sunrise. The 1, 2. What the hell happened? I really enjoyed MJF or Cole going for the boom, and then MJF just on his knees, going down slowly, playing dead. That was really fun. Really amazing match. I don't get eliminator matches though, as you said. In order to face the champion, you have to beat the champion. I mean, remember what Ric Flair said? To be the man, you gotta beat the man, and Adam pretty much beat the man, pretty much.
Yeah,
so he
you
is
have
the
to
man.
beat the man twice. Yeah,
but anyways,
what would you rate the match though?
I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10. That was really good. I will say though, I am someone who watched the match halfway through, so I didn't watch the first half because so that's my perspective. So that's why it's probably lower than most people would say. But from what I saw, it was really good.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. This was pretty close to perfect of a match for me. It was the timing was everything, man. It was great.
Yeah. But next we have a CM Punk video package, which I think CM Punk, this is technically his first appearance, not live, but his first appearance from AEW, I think, saying what his statements are for Collision coming this Saturday. What'd you think about this? Do you want to rate it or? Nah.
I don't know if I'll rate it, but I'll just say it's
Okay.
cool. You know,
Yeah.
um, I generally like the build they're doing for CM Punk. You know, CM Punk did that ESPN interview, basically bashing Hangman and the Bucks. So you know, it made me excited to see him and what he would say on Collision. So good job.
Yeah. So next we have a promo that involves Sammy Guevara saying that, everyone's cheering for him, that he has a baby girl. Congratulations to Sammy. Everyone's cheering for him with Tay Mello. And then he was like, and I want the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And everyone booed that. So then Darby Allin came in and was like, hey, mofo, you gotta leave the JAS. And Jericho came in and was like, shut up, you slim-headed dork. He didn't say that, but, something along those lines. And then, for the first time ever in professional wrestling history, which is the most shocking thing ever, Sting and Jericho had a face-off in the ring. Ever. This is the first time from WCW to WWE to now. It's crazy. They had a little baseball bat duel. I like this promo actually a lot. What do you think about it?
I also really liked it, especially the tension between Jericho and Sammy. Sammy has been attached to Jericho since he started in the AEW
The
2019, right?
sex gods.
Les Sex God, and I like how Jericho's like, you know what you need? We need to reunite Les Sex God so you can realize how grateful you are to have me. And I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense, but okay. So tag match next week, Darby and Sting, I believe, versus Jericho and Sammy. Which man, Sting just began in the ring at this age. It's crazy.
I mean, granted, he's very limited at this age, but what can you say?
Like he flew
So
off the
was Rick.
stage like a year ago.
So was Ric Flair. Remember Ric Flair's match last year? That was
Don't
great.
remind me.
But yeah, how do you rate this promo?
8.5.
Yeah, same. 8.5 as well. Thought it was really good. Next, we have the match following this. It was a Mogul Embassy, whatever, versus Sting, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, and Uncle Ruckus, Keith Lee.
Bro. That's the worst thing you could ever say.
Does he not look like Uncle Ruckus? I'm going to put up a picture. Here's Uncle Ruckus. Here's Keith Lee. Find the difference.
No comment. What'd you think about the match though itself?
So mid. It was mid. I didn't care for it. It was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Cool spots here and there, but what I think Sting botched a couple things. But, whatever.
Yeah. Not a fan of this match, man. Not a fan. Because I think all these people, Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, Keith Lee, could be doing something way better than this. Like this match did not need to happen. Swerve and Keith Lee, everything they've done together as rivals, I've not enjoyed. Has
Yeah,
not
I
been
feel
good.
like it barely culminated into something important. It feels so side character-ish or side rival.
Yeah, bro. You know, I was thinking, I was
Um,
like, what can they do for Keith Lee to kind of like jumpstart his career again? And I think him being on Collision would be way better, and maybe even a feud with Miro. That would be pretty cool.
yeah,
Because this Swerve Strickland Mogul Embassy stuff, it ain't it.
yeah. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5.
I thought it was fair. It was. Yeah, it was fair. But speaking of bad things that I don't enjoy, it's Wardlow versus Jake Hager. How was this match?
Not good. Not good. Wardlow is an interesting fella because he's talented, but everything they show me on TV shows me the opposite of like I do not care. Yeah, Wardlow, man, this match was not entertaining at all to me. Jake Hager versus Wardlow seemed super boring. When I was watching it, I literally just got on my phone. It wasn't interesting at all. Um, so like members of the JAS came out, Brock Anderson and Arn Anderson came out. Yeah, it's boring, man.
Yeah,
This TNT Championship does not matter.
yeah. This was kind of booty cheeks. Daddy Magic and his I forgot who the other guy is. Everrise 2.0. They came out. did their cool little interference, whatever. Yeah, this was, I don't know. I mean, this is one of those things where it's on AEW television, so it's not something too bad, I guess. It's still a 4 out of 10 in my eyes. What about you?
Yeah. So let's go with the 3.5. Gotta give it a
3.5.
pretty low one.
Yeah, it was nothing spectacular. And then you had Hiroshi Tanahashi challenging MJF afterwards for the AEW World Championship, I believe at for Forbidden Door. And
This
then
is super
MJF
interesting.
said he's gonna no show the booking.
Yeah, this is super interesting.
um,
I don't know if he's legit. I don't know if he's actually gonna like no show the event
it's MJF, bro.
because
Who
he's done it
knows?
before.
Yeah, yeah, he's done it before. But you know, do you want to rate this or
No,
no? Okay, cool.
I'm okay.
And then we had a brief segment too of Christian Cage and Luchasaurus saying, "Hey, we're challenging Wardlow for the TNT Championship at Collision this Saturday." We'll talk about that later. But anyways, next we have Tony Storm versus Sky Blue for the AEW Women's World Championship. What'd you think about that?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Decent match. Nothing super special. I like Sky Blue though. The match was pretty good. She got taken out by that She kicked out the Storm Zero, which was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like she just got dropped on her head. And she's like, "Nope, I'm gonna kick out." But what I didn't like is that right after she got hit with the Storm Zero, the crowd was finally getting back on her side. But immediately, Tony Storm put her in that submission, and she tapped out like immediately. They could have built a little bit of momentum, kind of had a comeback, and then hit her with that
No.
submission. So it kind of felt like the Storm Zero got kicked out for no reason. So
Made the Storm Zero look weak.
yeah, not good in my opinion. But the match itself, okay.
Yeah.
6.5.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I feel like it was a pretty good match. I feel like this is one of those matches where I remember last week we talked about how Sky Blue was mid. Now I think Sky Blue is actually not that bad. I feel like my feelings on her kind of improved a little bit.
We'll talk about her on Collision.
Yeah.
People are saying people love Sky Blue now because of what happened.
I actually didn't watch much Collision except like 2 things. I was a busy man this weekend.
I got you. I'll send it to you in a bit. Why they love her so much.
I'm scared. Renee Paquette came over here with Jungle Hook, but I don't care about that. So next we're gonna go to our main event. Oh my god, it's Bryan Danielson on the commentary table. It's Blackpool Combat Club versus the Hung Bucks. Oh my god.
Oh my
and
god.
we're also gonna talk about everything that happened after.
Yeah.
How was this?
Yeah. This was good, man. I love the Blackpool Combat Club. And when they face up against Elite, it's pretty decent. I think what happened after the match was more interesting. And I'm just like, man, how many times are the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club gonna face off? So yeah, I love Wheeler Yuta. I wish they did more stuff for the Combat Club, maybe even capturing Trios Gold pretty soon. They have a lot of trios in AEW though.
Yeah.
So but after the match, what was interesting is my boy Will Ospreay came out. And everyone knows how much I love Will Ospreay.
And my boy Eddie Kingston returned.
Oh.
And oh my god, I'm gonna get his name right this time. Okay. You ready for this?
It. Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Takeshita came back. Oh my god, there's like 8 people in this fucking there's too much going on. Like
honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, they got too much going on. So yeah, but the match itself was really, really fun. You had like, you know, Takeshita, whatever, Ospreay, and Eddie Kingston coming back with nice little stare down between Moxley and Kingston.
I didn't expect Eddie to come back.
Yeah,
that was fun.
This whole ending was just like chaos, but it was like the good type of chaos. But yeah, And the match itself, again, I thought it was actually really fun. I'm gonna give this whole segment plus match a 9 out of 10.
Ooh, very high, very high. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah,
Yeah. And for
that's
the whole show, what shall you give it?
I will give the whole show a 7.5.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I thought it was a pretty fair match. I think the Jake Hager stuff, Wardlow stuff sucked. Mogul MC sucked, but the rest was pretty good.
The rest was decent.
um, so this next show, it's Friday. You know what that means? We're not discussing AEW Rampage for you guys anymore. Sorry.
R.I.P. AEW Rampage, because it is the new dark. We are not going to discuss on the weekly review. It will be instead replaced by AEW Collision on Saturdays.
I'll tell you what. 1,000 likes and we will set that goal.
1,000 likes. 1,000 likes, and we'll cover Rampage and we'll cover Impact on Thursdays.
And we'll do main event, IWGP,
Level Up,
Level Up,
AAA,
Micro Wrestling. We'll do it all.
Reality of Wrestling. We'll do it all. Ring of Honor.
We'll just actually get 1,000 likes. I guess we have to do it now, huh?
That's going to be like an 8-hour episode.
The people want it, Hottie. But we start off with a gauntlet match for the number one, or it's SmackDown. I don't think I mentioned the fact that this was SmackDown. But
yeah, this is Friday Night SmackDown now.
We start off with, first off, we start off with the Bloodline coming in, being like, Kayla Braxton was like, hey, dog, Bloodline, what are you going to do with Jey Uso? And they ignored her. How rude. And we start off the show, though, with a match. A number one contenders match, a gauntlet match. We have Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus LWO versus Street Profits versus Hit Row, which, they weren't announced last week, but they just came over today or this week. And, of course, Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy. We start off with Street Profits and with Street Profits and Brawling Brutes. And that was a pretty nice match they had at the beginning. And then pretty much the whole match, Brawling Brutes was in control, beating Gallows and Anderson, beating LWO, quickly beating Hit Row. I love how Michael Cole just roasts Top Dollar.
What type of beef does he have with Top Dollar?
Why is he so mean?
Maybe Heck McAfee versus Flop Dollar at Mania.
That'll be good. I mean, Michael Cole's undefeated at WrestleMania, so Michael Cole himself can go against Top Dollar. But eventually ended off with Brawling Brutes versus the two tastiest snacks of SmackDown Live, Pretty Deadly. How was this whole gauntlet match to you?
This was freaking awesome. Yeah, this was a great way to kick off SmackDown. Brawling Brutes, I thought they had it, to be honest. They dominated the group. Sheamus and Ridge Holland were putting on clinics against everyone. When Angelo Dawkins hurdled Ridge and then landed into that brogue kick, that was the cleanest spot, man. So great. They really make. I actually like seeing Sheamus and Ridge as a tag team rather than Ridge and Butch.
Ridge the fridge, bro.
Exactly. So this was pretty good, man. And obviously Pretty Deadly winning it. I think this is great for NXT call-ups to be seen as so prominent on the show throughout the whole thing. For that reason, I'm going to give the gauntlet match. And I guess are we going to call in the promo after the match as well?
Yeah, we'll discuss the promo after. But I guess I'll do my commentary on this, I guess. I thought this was... Honestly, I thought this gauntlet match was kind of lame besides the ending. Yeah. I just saw it slow, whatever. And I thought Pretty Deadly was going to win if they made it to the final entry. And they made it to the final entry, which is cool. I really wanted Pretty Deadly to win. I feel like they're a perfect fit to go against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I guess lame isn't the word I'm looking for, but maybe a bit underwhelming. I saw this gauntlet match when I saw it announced last week. But the Pretty Deadly versus Brawling Brute stuff, which I think was the center of attention, I guess, for the whole gauntlet match, was kind of the best part of the gauntlet match because I really enjoyed the 10 beats of the, was it Badrin? Bagrin?
The Bodran.
Well, whatever he does,
It's
the
like
beating.
Bodhran.
Yeah,
Bodran.
well, we're not Irish, but yeah, and nice little beautiful leg drop from, which one's Kit Wilson and which one's Elton Prince?
Elton Prince is the blonde. Kit Wilson is the
Okay,
brunette.
yeah, that's what I thought. So Prince did a nice little leg drop and won the whole match, won the whole gauntlet, and then Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens came out. Oh, this was a good promo though. I love this promo.
Yeah.
It was Pretty Deadly just making up nicknames on the spot. Like, we're the two tastiest snacks. I forgot what else they said. They kept saying
We're going on and on, man. I can't.
and then we'll celebrate even longer and even longer and even longer. I
That's
love
pretty
Pretty
solid.
Deadly, bro. They're so good.
Yeah, man, they're pretty great.
I really want, just like Wade Barrett says, we need Friday Night SmackDown to rename to Friday Night Snackdown. That's what we need.
Yes.
But yeah, I guess I rate it like a 7 out of 10. The promo is kind of what rises it for me. I really love this. Just seeing Kevin Owens' face the whole time while Pretty Deadly were promoing it out was funny. Anyways, yeah. What do you think?
I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I love the gauntlet match. I love the promo afterwards. I love that NXT collabs are being used to elevate the show and be involved. Everything about it was pretty great for me.
Yeah. Afterwards, we got a backstage segment with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. Paul Heyman pretty much being like, "Yes, my tribal chief. Have you spoken to Jay? No, my tribal chief. Whatever." And then Solo Sikoa scared Paul Heyman, and then he made a funny noise and then ran away. But I don't know. Do you want to rate that? I don't think we have to. But
Not really.
next week, though, we have a match with Io Sky versus Zelina Vega. Me personally, I didn't see anything special about this match, but a little tension between Io Sky and Bailey. What'd you think about this?
Yeah, man. It's I think Bailey's gonna come out as the face, So it's interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Cause the way they're building it, you can't help but feel bad for her. She's just always trying to help. And Io and Dakota have not been the most receptive to it as of recent. And I think Io's still pissed from her loss at Backlash. So the match itself was like but the tension that was building was the good part.
Off topic. Remember when Becky Lynch got mad when Ric Flair made out with her that one time? But anyways, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, no problem. When you were talking about women's wrestling and distractions, I just thought of that for some reason. But anyways, yeah. I actually think that Io Sky is gonna be the face. I really want her to. Well, first off, Bailey's one killer heel. But I really want Io Sky to win the Money in the Bank match. Hopefully she does. Hopefully she gets this nice push, and hopefully she has a little fight with Bailey over it because she's the reason why Bailey has a match for her Money in the Bank spot next week against Shotzi. So that's going to be interesting. But how do you rate this whole match, I guess, and tension?
I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 4. I think the story is going to be interesting, but the match itself very mid. Anyways, afterwards we had a decent, I guess, backstage segment with Adam Pearce and Belair being like, "I'm gonna do it my way or the highway." But anyways, after that we had the Grayson Waller effect. I love his show, bro. I love Grayson Waller too.
Yeah.
And it's with the starring the guest Charlotte Flair, and then Bianca Belair came out, and Bianca and Charlotte had their own little promo off saying, "You know what's the difference between me and you, Charlotte? I don't step away and run away when I lose my title. I'm still here fighting, trying to get it back." Interesting promo. What'd you think about it?
I think this is amazing promo. We see like the tinges of Bianca Belair heel turn coming soon. She's getting more serious. She's getting legit. She got the heat now. This segment was pretty good. I think Charlotte's promo was also pretty good. She gave a decent reasoning as to like why she deserves to be at the top of the line. She's like, "Well, you lost and you're trying to get your rematch. When I lost at WrestleMania, I didn't get my rematch. So why shouldn't I also be at the top of the line?"
Yeah.
So you know what? I think Grayson Waller just sitting there and laughing, and then I love the text at the bottom of the screen. It's like Grayson Waller is so funny. Grayson Waller has there ever been a more attractive guest host? Like, um,
Real
yeah.
tweets, man.
And I think Charlotte Flair actually hit a very important like note. She says, I am the champion with or without the title, but are you a champion without the title? Because what some could say that title made Bianca Belair that Raw Women's Championship, but Charlotte Flair has always been considered a top player without it or with it. You know, so interesting. Though. I really liked the segment.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it was a really, really good segment.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah. And then we had a cool little another backstage segment, which I won't rate, but I still think it was pretty good. There's Paul Heyman going up to Jey Uso, being like, "Listen, I'm sorry that Jimmy kicked you and cost you the championship, and it's intentional because Jimmy doesn't miss." And then Jay's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry too, Uso, because if you in the bloodline, or if I'm in the bloodline, then you out." And then that little ominous whisper, which I really liked, "I'm sorry." Damn. I like Jey Uso. But anyways, next we have a mixed tag match with Karrion Kross, Scarlett, AJ Styles, and Mia Yim. Michin. Kind of didn't like this one. What'd you think about it?
Yeah, I also didn't like it, other than the saving grace that we finally got a new Karrion Cross finisher. Because the last one, like the elbow to the back of the head, sucked. So, and I don't want to see. Everyone has basically a rear naked choke, the coquina clutch or the was it the cross jacket.
Yeah.
So, I like to see something different, but I will say the setup is kind of weird. Like he does the pump handle into what looks like an F5 face breaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
I
doesn't
mean,
need to do the pump handle.
there's funny things about this match. I liked it when Scarlett's trying to like go up to AJ, seducing him and stuff. And AJ takes off his glove and was like, "I'm married, bitch." I'm like,
AJ's
damn.
AJ's a strong man. A lot of a
You
lot of men would have folded.
Yeah, honestly, dude. Carl Anderson definitely would have. Remember that Maria Kanellis stuff?
Yeah,
I thought you had a
Mia Kim.
hot Asian wife, Carl. What are you doing? But yeah, I do like the fact that Karrion got a win, but this match seems so short and so underwhelming, even more underwhelming than the Gauntlet match by miles. And cool finisher, I guess. Cool to see Karrion not lose because I think he's been losing a lot, especially for someone who has a character like him. Like you expect him not to lose a lot. I
Yeah.
feel like they bitched AJ around. I'm not gonna lie. That was a 2-minute squash match. Didn't care for it. 2.5 out of 10.
Ooh, harsh,
Yeah.
harsh. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because I'm so nice.
Oh, so sweet. Um,
The
then
extra
we
point five
have
for Scarlet.
let's see, WWE's partnership with the Special Olympics. 2 out of 10. No, okay, I'm kidding.
Cut that.
Cut it. 0.
Yeah.
Cameron Grimes was doing stuff until Baron Corbin attacked him, and I like that. I'm actually going to rate this a 6.5 out of 10 because I think Baron Corbin's finally gaining all that momentum that we said he lost last week.
Yeah, finally Baron Corbin is not the end of the beating, right? He's dishing it out. So
That's
yeah,
going
that's
to
pretty
change
good.
next week.
Yeah, he's gonna lose. 6.5.
Yeah. And then next we had Booyaka Booyaka 619 Rey Mysterio come out talking about the most proudest moment of his life is bringing back the LWO, and his music. Santos Escobar comes out, and they have such a sweet little moment. I hate
Yeah.
how Ray's gimmick is just Eddie Guerrero's friend. It's
The,
just his
pro-
gimmick,
the,
just Eddie's
the
friend.
the Santos promo was actually pretty good. Like
The
it
promo was
made me
good.
it made me hype for him in Money in the Bank. He's in my eyes, like maybe like out of the 6 guys in there, in the top 3 to maybe win. But in the top 2, that boy LA Knight came out.
Yeah,
Yeah. This was
man.
great. I love the fact that Rey Mysterio is the most beloved person in all of wrestling, and LA Knight pushed Rey Mysterio, and he still got cheered. Like LA Knight still got cheered. He was massively over, and I wish we'll see him as a face soon. Because if you watched NXT when he was there, he's way better as a face.
That,
So
that's he's like he's like The Rock in the way that his persona seems so heelish, but he would be a better face. I really Escobar versus Knight, the match itself, I think was a bit mid.
it was okay.
It was okay. Wasn't anything special, but I really enjoyed the promo. Really enjoyed the beatdown. I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6. It was just okay at the end of the day.
So then we're reaching the end of the show with a cool little with see what Jey Uso's decision is. Is he going to pick Bloodline or is he going to pick his brother? But before we see that, we see a nice little backstage segment with Sami Zayn and Jey Uso just staring down each other, nodding at each other, with the fans chanting "Usi, Usi, Us." That was actually heartwarming. Like that was great. Like just storytelling, theatrics of it all, amazing. And then Roman Reigns comes out, and we're waiting for Jey Uso's answer. And then what happens, Hottie? Jimmy comes out, and Jey Uso talks about everything about Jimmy, how Jimmy's been undermining him. Jimmy's been doubting him. What'd you think about this?
I loved it. I loved it, dude. It was like when he became the right hand man, Jimmy was jealous. When he was main event Jey Uso, Jimmy was jealous. And why did it happen? It happened because Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief, he made it happen.
Fucking, this is older brother Jimmy, Mr. Prom King, Player of the Year, most likely to succeed. And you know what's crazy? When Jay was actually bringing his real name in, listen to your brother Joshua. Like that trope that cliche is done so much, but if it's done right, it can be really effective. And here it's done effectively because at this moment, and I saw this live, so no spoilers or anything. At this moment, you think that Jey Uso's not going to turn face. He's on Bloodline's side, and it really felt like it. Even though you thought in the bottom of your heart he's going to turn face today. Oh wait, he's not. Okay. Because he tells Jimmy right to his face, "You're out." But he's out too, and then kicks Roman in the face. What?
Oh my god, I've never seen Roman sell like this, bro. He sold all the super kicks today or on Friday amazingly. It literally looked like he died on the double super kick.
Dude, I shit you not, Hottie. I shit you not, guys back there. I was when the kick happened to Roman, I jumped out of my chair and was fucking screaming, dude.
It was beautiful, man.
It was that was one of the best pops in recent history in SmackDown. This was my favorite moment of the week, probably my favorite thing of the week that's happened. And even though you kind of thought it would happen, this is okay. I want to compare this to Sami Zayn's betrayal because Sami Zayn, you felt like it was going to happen. Jey Uso, it could have went either way for me. And I'm going to do this, and I don't usually do this, but I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 perfect score because it reminds me of the iconic Evolution moment, you know, when Batista betrayed Triple H and Ric Flair, where, you know, I feel like at the time, no one really knew exactly if Batista was going to betray him. And it really felt like he wasn't going to betray him, but he did. And that's how I felt watching this. 10 out of 10. What'd you think about it?
You know what? You know when I do ratings, I don't go above 9.5. So I'm giving it a 10. It's a 10. It's a freaking 10.
It's one of those rare moments. It's like I'm gonna remember this a few years from now, and it's probably gonna go down as one of the best betrayals in at least this modern era.
Dude, when they do a top 10 betrayals list, this will be on there.
Yeah.
So, but poor Roman always getting betrayed.
I think this was better than the Sammy betrayal, if I'm being honest with you. Because you saw the Sammy betrayal coming, and this could have went either way for me. But not saying the Sammy one's bad at all. That one's still a 10 out of 10 in my opinion too.
This was a great show altogether in my opinion. If I'm gonna grade the whole show, I'm gonna honestly just give it a 9 because I really like what they did with Grayson Waller effect. I really like what they did with Tag Team Gauntlet. I like how they spotlighted the LWO. You know, I like that they increased tensions with Bailey and Io. We had that mid mixed match tag, but and then the Roman 10 out of 10 moment, right? Roman and Jay. So for me, 9 is perfect.
I'm actually going to say 6.5 out of 10.
You're crazy. No way.
Here's why. I feel like the 10 out of 10 moment, one of the best moments ever on SmackDown at least. And I thought that the only other amazing moment, great moment, was maybe the Bianca and Charlotte Grayson Waller effect. Everything else was decent. And even the gauntlet match was good at the end. And the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn promo was great, but I preferred last week's episode honestly over this week's probably. So I'm gonna have to say 6.5, man. How disappointing was that? How much of a shocker was that?
How dare you? But that's okay.
Remember. Hey, yes, boy.
Always.
So we
I'm gonna
have
have to cop that t-shirt.
I want a Pretty Deadly t-shirt actually. I might buy one after this.
You know what? Maybe. All right, let's get to AEW Collision, the very first Collision ever.
I saw 2 things of this.
Yeah.
You're gonna be taken over, but it's fine. What started this show?
It's clobbering time, boys. CM Punk started off the show with a promo, and this felt different. This felt different from any other CM Punk return. He came out very serious, very ready to start a fight almost, you know? It didn't feel like he was just happy to be back in Chicago. It felt like, okay, I'm here on a mission and I'm taking shots. And the promo very much felt like that. Felt very serious, felt very, I don't know, man. It was good to me. It was very good. I liked it. And obviously that big line, they call me Big Buck. It was a big.
It was like number 1 Punk Buck or something, and then he called the Young Bucks the counterfeit Bucks.
It was like something big, something Phil, Big Dollar Phil or something like that.
Big Dollar Phil, Big One Phil or something like that.
Yeah, and then he said, you know, in a world full of counterfeit bucks, and I was like, oh, that's the first shot. That's the first shot. And then he said, for all those who want an apology, I'm so sorry that the only people softer than you are the wrestlers you like, you know, calling out the elite. And in some sense, I really do not like the fact that the wrestlers in the company are also the EVPs. Yeah. It makes business so messy.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're gonna be EVP, step back from wrestling, but you can't do that if you're the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega because you're so talented. So the promo itself, I really liked.
I like the promo too. This is one of the few things I did see. I feel like definitely there's still Punk and Elite tension there. Definitely. I think the crowd was chanting "Fuck the Elite, fuck the Elite," even though
is it a work or a shoot?
Oh no.
Are they building something?
Maybe they could be. I feel like there might be a little Samoa Joe build too, which is going to be a fun callback. But yeah, I think that I love Punk for being the fact that he's kind of an asshole and he's aware of it. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Happy to see Punk again. Happy to see Collision. The stage set looks so good, man. Yeah, I'm just really hoping it doesn't turn into Rampage. That's like the biggest fear, right?
They're gonna come up with a new show called like AEW Thunder.
like WCW Thunder.
Yeah, They're gonna somehow retrieve the rights from WWE, AEW Monday Night Nitro.
Yeah, man. But like it really started set the tone for the show. Like that, this is big. This is important. Um, man, how many shows is AEW gonna do in Chicago?
I don't know. They're gonna suspend CM Punk every other year, and then he's gonna return at Chicago.
Yeah,
And I think next was it Luchasaurus versus Wardlow for the TNT Championship.
yeah.
I didn't see it. I know the result though. Who won? What do you think about the match?
Okay, so Luchasaurus is the new TNT champion, and forever people were saying they need to do more with Luchasaurus. They need to do more, which is yeah, right. But this is not the way to do it, man. You can't just have this title moving around like it's getting passed around like the third woman on the block. You can't just keep moving it like that. This is the 7th title change for the TNT Championship this year alone, and we're only 6 months into the year. It's like a title change a month. Um, Wardlow, the match itself was okay. The Christian Cage interference is what caused Luchasaurus to win, and I actually wish it was Christian Cage to win that TNT Championship, not Luchasaurus, because this character of Luchasaurus right now is just a bodyguard for Christian Cage, and a champion is not it, in my opinion. So for that reason, like the match itself is okay, decent. I'm gonna give the match and the new champion a 5.5.
Mm. I want to say I feel like thinking about it more. I feel like I have mixed feelings about a title swapping hands multiple times. Like throughout a year, like 7 times in a year. And it's only June. Like part of me actually thinks it's not bad because it brings this idea of kind of realistic, like maybe this champion isn't like has a because I think Sasha and Charlotte did the same thing in 2016 for the Raw Women's Championship. I didn't hate that back then because I felt like it still made the championship important, but it could also make the championship unimportant, I feel like. So I don't entirely hate the fact that it's getting passed around a lot, but at the same
It just
time,
seems very forgettable.
it depends on the champion because I feel like all the champions for the TNT Championship kind of blow and they haven't had enough time to shine. While Sasha Banks versus Charlotte in 2016, they both, had their time to shine with the title, so it wasn't as bad when they flopped it around back and forth. But anyways, what happened next?
Next, I think we had the backstage with Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall, which I'm not a huge fan of either of these guys, QT Marshall or Powerhouse Hobbs. People call Powerhouse Hobbs like the next big thing, but you saw what he won the TNT Championship and he lost it to Wardlow, and everything after that has pretty much gone downhill for Powerhouse Hobbs. This is why I say the TNT Championship doesn't matter because it doesn't do anything to your career. Usually, people just fade back into the mist after losing it. Like, where's Scorpio Sky? He had a custom TNT Championship. Where did he go? So
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna rate it, to be honest, that backstage segment. But I think next we had Andrade versus Buddy Matthews, who they
the
introduced
cuck
as Buddy
Buddy
Murphy's.
Matthews.
Yeah, no, this is Buddy Ripley versus Andrade Flair. So WrestleMania rematch.
How was this match?
This match was awesome. This match was so good, man. This is straight up. I'm just gonna give it a rating right now, 9 out of 10. Great match.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I
I
really enjoyed
believe
it.
you, man.
It's so good to see Andrade back. I love his finisher, the reverse elbow, kind of like the Judas effect. It's so good. It's so clean. Andrade is so smooth in the ring. If he could only keep it together backstage. So this match was really good. I loved it.
How would you rate it?
Oof. Oh, I already said 9.
Oh yeah, you did 9.
Yeah.
And next they had a match. I saw this one. This one was kind of mid, but it was pretty cool to see Miro come back against Tony Nese. That was good, actually. What'd you think about this?
Yeah, this match was pretty good. It also made me think that Miro has a pretty similar move set to Sheamus. He does the beat to the bodge and he also does the bicycle kick.
Gotta learn from your League of Legends team members, man.
very similar wrestling style. I think the match was okay. I didn't think it didn't really like make me hype for Miro's return the way Andrade's did. I thought they could have picked a better opponent and actually had like a really, really good match to get it started off. But Tony Nese was not the one, in my opinion. Also, before this, I was mentioning where did Scorpio Sky go? They did a hype package for Scorpio Sky before the match.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
How was
and
that?
then he says nobody can beat me. I'm on another level. Like, bro, everyone beat you. Everyone has beaten you. Um, yeah, this match was okay. You said you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was fair. You're right. Remember when I think Miro was doing like those chop things, like those 10 chops, which were kind of like Sheamus's. But still, I think it was all right. Got the little accolade, or I don't know what he calls it now. The camel, just the camel clutch now, or
I don't even freaking know.
the Redeemer wins though from his
Yeah.
return. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. It was cool to see Miro back.
Yeah, I'll give it like a 6.
Match was all right. Next we have a CM Punk video package. Woo! Who cares? Well, he's in the building. And then we have Tony Storm and Ruby Soho versus Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue. I'm gonna look what you sent me on iMessage.
Yeah, go ahead, check it out. I'm gonna just talk about this match. So this match was pretty good. Are you okay, Jake?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, Sky Blue's the best, isn't she?
Sky Blue's my superstar of the week.
Yeah.
Anyways, how's this match?
Yeah, this match was actually surprisingly pretty good. Willow Nightingale has a really great spine buster, in my opinion. We had the New Japan Strong Women's Champion in Sky Blue versus Ruby Soho and AEW World Champion Tony Storm. This match was really solid, and I think they made the right decision for Willow and Sky to win, especially because in Sky's hometown. I will say though, the name, the Outcasts for Ruby and Tony Storm and Saraya. Is this just a WCW ripoff going on here with the spray paint and the Outsiders, Outcasts?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, man, what's going on? But the match itself, I'm gonna give straight up a 8.
8. Yeah, I didn't see it, but judging by the photos, I'm gonna give it a 10. Anyways, next we have next week. Oh, okay. I actually did see this one because I always have a little acclaimed on my TikTok. Because listen, and they talked about Trump and his document stealing, and it's Daddy's Day. I think Daddy's Day is actually today, but whatever. And yeah, I saw that little rap. I think they just did an interview. Acclaimed had an interview with Tony Schiavone. Was that?
Yeah,
Tony
basically.
Schiavone?
They had a lot of video packages on Collision. They had a Ricky Starks video package of him declaring himself for the Owen Hart Cup tournament, that's cool. That's coming back.
Yeah.
He's probably like the favorite to win it right
Why
now.
isn't Owen Hart like helping these guys? Like, going over with the cup, presenting it to them. What a fucking lazy bum. No, okay. I'm kidding, Martha. It's a joke. But anyway, that's not even the worst joke we've done about Owen Hart.
Yeah, go check out episode 2 Factions. That has a good joke.
I'm shocked you remember I'm shocked you remember the joke.
I remember we were making our factions. I was like, I need a high flyer. I was like, maybe Owen Hart.
Good high flyer though. Not well, it wasn't that good.
He can work on the landing a bit, but
better than Top Dollar though still. But yeah, I liked AEW's little thing. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. It was fair. I liked it.
What are we rating?
The Acclaimed, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Acclaimed
it's like
every Wednesday. That's what AEW stands for.
Yeah, it's like a 6. It's decent.
And
the
then
main event
we have
time, isn't it?
the main event, I believe. I didn't get to see the main event, I think, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I got you. Well, it's CMFTR versus Bullet Club Gold and ROH Television Champion Samoa Joe. Yo, this match was solid. This match was really good, especially on the behalf of CM Punk. We were wondering like how good would he be? The hot tag off CM Punk leading into into the match, beating up JY, beating up Juice Robinson, and then getting face to face with Samoa Joe, it looks like he's been training hard and he didn't really lose a step. So it's really solid of a match. Um, the finish was really good. You know, FTR hitting their tag team finisher to CM Punk hitting the GTS for the victory. Great way to close out Collision. I'm gonna give the match an 8.
And that's all the shows. How would you rate AEW Collision? And I won't rate it since I didn't really watch it too much.
Yeah, I think it was a really strong show to start off this show. I think maybe a little too many video packages, and it felt very short. It was an easy watch. I will say that. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
So I guess now it's our time to do our show of the week. My show of the week has to be NXT. You get a point with me now. I actually really enjoyed NXT. I feel like from beginning to end, for the most part, it's pretty good. I feel like AEW Dynamite's definitely a close second. But yeah, I really enjoyed NXT. Had a fun blast. What about you?
For me, it's a clear choice of SmackDown. I gave it that 9 out of 10. It has to be. I already
SmackDown
gave my
2 in a
reason.
row for you, by the way.
Oh yeah, you know, I think SmackDown is my like favorite show to watch on a weekly basis at the moment. So, kind of makes sense. It's a great show.
Mine's
Who's your
Rampage.
superstar of the week, though?
Oh, okay.
Superstar of the
This
week.
was probably the toughest one. There are like so many people this week, and
Honestly,
I've been thinking about one dude in particular, and I was just thinking about him the whole time. I was thinking about him in my dreams. I was thinking about him when I was having sex. I was thinking about him. Finn Balor. I feel like that was a little bit of a shock right there.
definitely
I thought
was.
that because I think that despite the issues with the promo and him not getting the crowd reaction that probably would have been appropriate for his promo, I still think his promo really meant a lot. It really came from his heart. It really was serious to him because it felt like almost a worked shoot. I'm not completely sure if it was, but it felt like it kind of was. And again, I mentioned last week that if you're still thinking about that superstar right now and what they're going to do, they've done a good job with their storytelling and their performing. Finn Balor is doing that for me now because I used to want Seth Rollins to have this long title reign, but I kind of want Finn Balor to win this. I kind of want to see where this is leading long term for him and his place in the Judgment Day. And even though he did kind of get bitched, I will admit that. I'm still thinking about him right now. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen at Money in the Bank and what's going to happen in the future against maybe Damian Priest. What about you?
You know what? That's a great pick for superstar of the week. But I really had 3 people in mind, and Finn Balor didn't really fall in there. But I'm gonna give the 2 runner-ups before I give the main one. I had Pretty Deadly as in my top 3 for
Pretty Deadly's on my
superstars.
top 3 too, actually.
Yeah, number 2 for me was CM Punk.
Yeah.
Because he created a new show basically, and he opened it and he finished it, and it was both really really good. But the most important thing of the week to me, superstar of the week,
Who is it?
Jey Uso. It's Jey
Oh
Uso.
my god! A 2-time superstar of the week, dude. Already.
Already a 2-time superstar of the week. He did the most important thing to ever be done this week, which is super kick Roman Reigns in the face and completely kill the Bloodline. And now we're going to have the Civil War Bloodline tag team match at Money in the Bank. The Usos versus Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. Is Roman Reigns ever going to stop having tag team matches as the main event pay-per-views? I don't know. Is he going to defend that belt? I don't know.
He hasn't defended that belt in like 3 months.
He's going to defend it against Rey Mysterio at a live event pretty soon. So that's cool.
No, that doesn't count.
It does for me. Yeah, Jey Uso is definitely the man. I wanted to give it to CM Punk, but I couldn't, you know. Jey Uso's the guy.
Jay was probably my second, actually. Because I was thinking, should I give it to Jay again? Jay definitely deserves it. But at the same time, I was thinking about Finn since Monday more a little bit. So, yeah. So,
Congratulations.
and 2-time Superstar of the Week, Jey USO. This time from Hottie, not me. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. This was fun. I can't wait for next week. Yeah. So I guess stay safe out there. Like, dislike, comment, favorite. I don't know. Do they still have favorites in YouTube? I don't even know.
I don't know, but if you guys are still here, make sure to tell us who you think is the superstar of the week. And as
if you
always,
think
Jake, tell them.
Stay restless.
Woo!